Friends, no, today we shall study about the force and work done on the single stage impulse turbine and various efficiencies of single stage impulse turbine. So, in impulse turbine consists of a nozzle and a symmetrical curved pits. Nozzle converts the pressure energy of steam into kinetic energy of steam. The high velocity jet of steam issuing from the nozzle is flows is made to flow over a symmetrically curved blade and suffers a change in direction due to curvature of the blades. Hence, there is a change in velocity of the steam and momentum of the steam. Force is given to the blades, which is equal to rate of change of momentum. As the force given to the blades is due to change in velocities of the steam at outlet and inlet of the blades, it is necessary to draw the velocity diagrams at inlet and outlet of the blades. Now, you can see in the nozzle is inclined at an angle of alpha 1 with the horizontal line. So also the steam of this the steam also issues with an angle alpha 1, making an alpha 1 with the horizontal line. Now, as the blade is set into motion by the jet of steam and blade also moves, the actual velocity with which jet strikes the blades will not be C1 but it will be CR1, which is the relative velocity at inlet. Now, also CR1 is obtained by adding the vectors of C1 with U. Now, the steam will move over the blade, will glide over the blades, and if the blades are very smooth, they will issue from the blade with same relative velocity CR2. As there is no change in pressure of the steam while flowing over the moving blades, CR2 will be equal to CR1 if the blades are very smooth and there is no loss of kinetic energy due to friction between the steam and the moving blade. Then adding U2 again is the velocity of blade at outlet. Adding CR2 with U2 gives C2. C2 is inclined at an angle of alpha 2 with the horizontal. Angle made by CR1 and CR2 with the horizontal are beta 1 and beta 2 respectively. Now, if the blades are not smooth and some energy is lost due to friction, kinetic energy is lost due to friction between the steam and the blade, that is taken into account by a factor known as blade velocity coefficient. Blade velocity coefficient K equal to CR2 divided by CR1. So CR2 divided by CR1. If the blades are very not smooth, then CR2 will be equal to K into CR2, K into CR1. Now, as we can see from the figure, the blade velocities at inlet and outlet are same. Therefore, these two velocity triangles can be combined and a combined velocity diagram can be drawn with common base AD representing the blade velocity U. Now, I will explain the velocity, draw the diagram. I have to draw the velocity diagram. At A, draw a line AB at an angle of alpha 1 and mark the point AB equal to C1 equal to absolute velocity of steam at inlet. Then join BD which gives CR1. Measure beta 1 which is the blade angle at inlet or angle made by CR1 with the horizontal. C1 is resolved into two components. BC is CF1 and AC is CW, as AC is the horizontal component, tangential component CW1. Now, if K is the blade velocity coefficient, CR2 will be equal to K into CR1. If the blades are equiangular or symmetrical blades, beta 2 should be equal to beta 1, and at a D draw a line DF at an angle beta 2 equal to beta 1 and mark DF equal to measuring CR2 equal to K into CR1. Join now AF which gives the C2 absolute velocity, which is making an angle of alpha 2 with horizontal. Again, C2 can be resolved into two components. Tangential component CW2 and the velocity of flow EF. Now, as I have told, force acting on the blade. From Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to rate of change of momentum or mass per second into change of velocity. Mass per second into change of velocity in tangential direction. As I told, it is only the tangential direction which causes the motion of the blades. We are considering change of velocity in tangential direction is equal to Ft equal to m into Cw1 minus Cw2. As we can see in the figure, Cw1 and Cw2 are in opposite direction. So if Cw1 and Cw2 are in same direction, then force exerted will be equal to m into Cw1 plus Cw2. Then force exerted on the blade equal to m into Cw1 plus or minus Cw2. In general, it is Ft equal to m into Cw1 plus or minus Cw2. From the vector diagram, it is Ce, m into Ce. Now, work done and power. So, work done on the blades. What is work done? Work done per second or power? It is equal to work done is equal to force into distance. Work done per second equal to force into distance per second. It is distance moved by the blade per second. So tangential force Ft into u, blade velocity u. So m into Cw1 plus Cw2 into u. This is the work done per second. Power or in watt. If you want in kilowatt, it is m into Cw into u by 1000. In vector diagram, it is Ce into Ed divided by 1000 kilowatt. So this is about the force or power developed on the blades. So thank you. We'll continue.